There's a specific kind of person who doesn't have Instagram, doesn't scroll TikTok before bed, doesn't post updates about their life or check how many people liked something they said. And when someone finds out, the reaction is almost always the same. A pause, a slightly confused look, and then, but why? Sometimes it happens in small moments. You're at dinner with friends and someone says, "Wait, you don't have Instagram at all?" The table goes quiet for a second. Someone laughs like it's a joke. Someone else assumes you're hiding something, as if being absent from the feed is the strange thing, as if the default setting for a human being is to perform their existence online. But here's what that reaction misses entirely. People who opt out of social media aren't usually running away from something, they're protecting something. Psychologists studying what's called autonomy preservation, the deep human need to feel like your thoughts, choices, and identity are genuinely your own, have found that some people are simply more sensitive to external influence than others. Not weaker, more attuned. They notice, often before they can name it, that platforms aren't neutral, that every scroll is a subtle negotiation between who you are and who the algorithm thinks you should want to be. And something in them resists that, quietly, firmly. There's also something called social comparison theory, the idea that humans automatically measure themselves against the people around them. A study published in the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology found that reducing social media use significantly lowered feelings of loneliness and depression from many participants. Most people feel those comparisons and adapt. They tolerate the low hum of inadequacy because the connection feels worth it. But for others, the cost-benefit calculation never balances. The comparison doesn't motivate them, it just depletes them. So they leave, or they never arrive in the first place. But it's not entirely clean, is it? Because opting out doesn't mean you stop being human. You still want to be known, still feel the quiet ache of wondering if you're missing something. Not just a meme, but a moment, a conversation, a version of belonging that everyone else seems to access effortlessly. There's a tension that lives in people like this. Your mind says, "I don't need this," and that's true, but somewhere underneath that, there's a softer voice asking, "Do people still think about me when I'm not visible?" What protects you from overstimulation also makes you harder to find. The same boundary that keeps you whole also keeps you slightly apart. That's not a flaw in your wiring. It's the cost of a particular kind of integrity. And most people carrying it have never heard someone name it that way. Here's the reframe. Choosing not to perform your life doesn't mean you're disconnected. It might mean you're one of the few people left who still knows the difference between a real moment and a documented one. Research in attention psychology suggests that when we stop narrating our experiences in real time, stop framing them for an audience, we actually feel them more fully. The meal tastes like a meal. The conversation lands. The walk in the evening is just the walk. You're not behind. You're not antisocial. You might just be someone who refuses to outsource their inner life to a platform that was designed to monetize it. And the fact that you've never needed anyone to validate that, that's not loneliness. That's the thing itself.